There's only one thing left to say. Let's rev it up!
Alright guys, welcome back. Okay, so I'm gonna have a replay in the background. Meanwhile, I have a conversation with you guys. Because I know that in my last video you guys heard that I was pretty much explaining the side deck and how it's meant to work and how it's meant to function. And every deck has a weakness. And depending on how you exploit it, it determines the outcome. Like one perfect example I'll give is with the top tier deck right now. The top decks right now that are really susceptible to board wipes. Like that's a major weakness. Like zodiacs. Yeah, they'll have barriers and strikes to hold you off. And all they require is just a singular card just to freaking go barrage or terror top or tanky or just summon the red itself and then just establish a trident from that. But still, it's a weakness. It's a weakness that people caught on to and are aware, so that they're exploiting it and saying, okay, you have this weakness, so I'm just main kaijus, main slumbers, main dark hole, main Regeki or side Regeki or just anything along those lines. And the reason I bring that up is because everyone's aware of what the weakness is for Dark Synchro or Dark Synchron or just any synchro deck in general or any combo deck. You want to go first. That's a given. You want to go first, and your weakness is going second, and having to be disrupted just slows you down dramatically. But you have to take that for what it is, and that's where your side comes in, and that's what I mean. Like, I can't stress it enough. Your side deck is really critical. Like, you need to make sure it's on point and it can actually benefit you. Not just have ghost ogres because it stops your opponent. Not just have this. You have to have a side deck that it's fit for your deck. And like if you see, like right now, Slumber and Kaijus are like a generic side deck because it's generally good against the top decks right now. That's just coincidence. That's how it is. But normally you wouldn't side or you wouldn't have anything in common with the top tier decks and their side decks because your deck is completely different. Whereas what stops them might not stop you, but what stops you might not stop them. And that's the scenario we're in, where barrier stops us dramatically. So that's like one of the biggest weaknesses, and that's why it's such a powerful card. Other decks can manage because they're built different, whereas this is a really aggressive deck. If you go in second and they open a barrier, you're gonna be slowed down. So game two you're gonna go first, so you leave the deck as it is because it's meant to shine when it goes first, because it's an amazing combo. Like you can just set up. And then going to second, it's when you have to rely on your side deck and hopefully draw. And odds are you will. You draw one of the kaijus, you draw one of the slumbers. But if you lose the barrier, that's just how it is. Like there's nothing you can do. Like you can prepare so much, and sometimes so much is not enough. And just because of that doesn't mean the deck isn't good. Like the deck is good. You know what it can accomplish. You know that if it's guaranteed. Like if you go first, you're gonna win. And if they don't open up the barrier, it's manageable to push through strikes, push through Alkahist, Kirin, Dryden. Pretty much it's possible. It's just the floodgates that kill you. And that's the major thing I want to point out. That when people say, "Oh yeah, this deck's that, this deck's that," like. Remember when Cherries first came out? Everyone said, "Oh yeah, Burning Abyss is dead," and was it? No, people still kept playing it because it's still good. The odds of they still have to go against the odds of drawing into it. And don't just say something because someone else is saying it. Like actually, if you feel that way, then I guess go along with it. But if you feel like, oh wait, that's not really true, then stick to that, because that's what actually matters the most. If you yourself don't think that or believe that, then that's when it's just like you can question it, because if it's just not how it is, and that's just someone else's tunnel-minded vision. And yeah, that's just really cool to think that this deck can do the things it does, and I'm able to build I'm able to get a message. I'm able to build something for you guys that you guys enjoy, something that you guys actually tried out in real life. Because it's not like pretty much the entire deck is you could get a common, everything in common. The only thing that's expensive right now is the crystal wing. The formulas are up right now, but I guess if you get the rares, it wouldn't be so much. But yeah, everything else is pretty much common, and twin twisters, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it. I'll see how this gets responded to, and depending on how you guys react, I'll do more of this, like just me just doing randomized test hands. And this is what I mean, like this is an insane ending board, like setting up a Trish and a Herald, being able to decide what you want to end with, like. And this is where Thesis is kind of cool right here. Like, I'm still kind of figuring it out, all the neat tricks, because it's right now, since I added the second jet, it's a bit odd because I'm so used to getting drill out. So I'm like, oh damn, like I need a drill. But then I'm starting to figure it out a little bit more. It seems so simple and so subtle, but it actually makes a difference. The fact that you're playing 2 jet, it just makes it really awkward at times. But like, this is what I mean, like, because Librarian's at 4. Because I reduced it right at the beginning, and then so this is what I mean. It's so cool, especially formula is just like a pro. Like it gives you the option. So you're gonna end with Crystal and Herald, Quasar, and then you're gonna level the Crystal Wing twice to bring them down to 6. So you have the option to on their turn go Trish or go Herald. It's up to you depending on the scenario and depending on how your opponent is playing against you. And then twisters are they just kill barrages, tankies, depending on scale. So you're covered on that part. So they're gonna have to have like Terror Top or something besides back row or spell and traps. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give a like if you liked it, and yeah, go over try it out. Yeah, thanks for watching.